Welcome, Internet, to the International Enablers Fellowship, Writers Fellowship, where we talk about things other than dice and tarot cards and things we want. And we certainly don't encourage each other to go out and spend stupid amounts of money on things we can't afford. Never happens. Daniel Hand here, RPG therapist, accompanied by, hey, I remembered, Ember from Robots and Magic, Gary, Loud G Productions, and I was doing so well down there, Erica from Erica Walker Therapy. Ooh, we are due to have Jen at some point. Well, I think we are. I haven't heard otherwise, but then again, I never check my phone. Might be an idea if I did that. I mean, you can tell you how often I check my phone because it's on dimmed view, because the last time I used it was about 4 o'clock this morning. No, nothing.
I thought she said yesterday she was picking a kid up today.
Did she? I don't know. In that case, she probably isn't coming. Things happened yesterday. My brain didn't work. I don't know who, what, where, or when. What were we? Did we do this yesterday? Come on. So, how is everybody? Cold. I'm getting. Is the overall cold. Whereas you can tell that it's cold here because I'm wearing a t-shirt because we've just turned the heating on, and therefore this room is a death trap of heat. During the summer, oh my god, I've got to have fans at just about every appendage just to cool it down because oh my god, it's vile. But yeah, so as soon as we turn the heating on, it's like, oh, okay, t-shirts again.
I just realized it was too close to my Monstera.
Electric blanket.
There you go.
Anybody been up to much worth talking about?
I wrote. What did I write earlier? I got 1,100 words done earlier.
Nice jingly sound.
Because I realized that there are 5 days left in this month.
Wow, there's 5 days left. You're right.
There's 5 days left.
How much have you written, Erica?
38,876.
Oh, come on. You could do that in your sleep. I mean,
Ocelot.
I mean, bearing in mind you wrote that you wrote the required number in a day, so I don't think you have to worry too much.
She does have responsibilities.
Nah, responsibilities.
Yeah, how many?
A child.
Let's see. Three of the 5 days left are 10. Well, two 10-hour and one 11-hour work days.
Okay.
So today's the day.
So in two of those days.
Yeah, today, tomorrow, and Monday.
So so that's 3,000 a day. I mean, that is sneeze and you'll miss it for you. And then 1,000 on 2 of the days that you're not, you'd be fine.
It's doable. I'm not panicking.
I mean, not for me, it's not, but for you, fair play.
Yeah.
Amber, how about yourself? Life, the universe, and everything. Obviously, we haven't had you for a couple of days. We've missed you.
I've been having family time. I wrote a little bit in the car on the way home yesterday. I don't know how I feel about it. I don't know how I feel about NaNoWriMo. I'm just kind of in a burn it down mood today. I don't know why. Just burn it down.
It's a Nickelback song, isn't it? Burn it to the ground.
Ew, is it?
Don't.
Okay.
Nickelback. Why is the hate that Nickelback gets? Because they do some really good songs. What is the hate?
Name one of their good songs.
Burn it to the ground.
I like Photograph.
Photograph's good. I love Lullaby and Satellite. They're my two favorites because they're slow and I don't get the heat. I genuinely don't get it.
I don't actively
I'm
hate
not
them. I just don't care.
I'm not
for
the
them.
biggest fan of Chad Kroeger, but I don't mind the music so much. But
Isn't he some
that's
kind
a
of?
whole
I don't know. I think I have political disagreements with Chad Kroeger. That might be it.
I mean, I don't know any of their political leanings.
Nor do
I make a point to know as little about the people I am a fan of as possible because they can only let you down.
Oh God, I keep finding out that like OG punk rockers are sexual assailants. So it's like I can't listen to that album anymore.
I love that.
Sizzle your ideas into tasty words. I know. There's a part of me that's like, what if I just buckled down and did the thing today?
What if?
I'm just so.
What is the thing that you need to buckle down to do today?
Write all the words
Oh,
and
okay.
Make myself proud because I could do a thing that I committed to do.
It's possible.
It's so
Don't look at me. I'm sad today. I don't know.
You're not sad.
I'm sad every time I wake up in the morning. I was like, don't want to.
Ooh.
Oh, okay. Fair
Do
enough.
we Ember, do we need a sweary affirmation?
A sweary affirmation.
I do. I can't read. It's backwards.
But yes, I think it's right.
It's my little. My friends got me this for my birthday. It's my little jar of sweary affirmations.
Give me a
I think
sweary
that-
affirmation
That
because
would
I
be a
really
fucking good thing.
like. We got D&D tonight. I'm just like, fuck. I just want to go to bed. I don't want to do today.
I want to give you a hug.
It's okay. It's only chemical. It's just my brain meats just doing the
Ooh.
thing that they're not supposed to do.
I know.
Being like,
Today
I don't
will
have
be
enough
bold.
dopamine. Bold as fuck.
Yeah,
All right.
today will be bold as fuck. Here we go.
Shall we quickly do the tarot then? Because it feels like everybody wants writing rather than chatting today. So shall we just get it out of the way and move on?
Maybe the tarot will be
Sure, I
uplifting.
am ready. I am so ready to be done with this damn session. I have had 3 chapters in this one session of play, and I'm done with it. I'm ready to move on to the next session.
Good to know. Thanks. Okay. I'm not terrified. Okay. Okay.
Oh no, it's just most of it's my own fault because I've been adding stuff in and yeah.
How about yourself, Ocelot? We've been talking about ourselves. How about you? What have you been up to? You having a decent-ish weekend? Let's have a go. Oh,
The snowflakes falling are so huge, you guys. Sorry.
a Richard Armitage looking motherfucker.
The King of Pentacles. Hello. He's sexy.
Yeah. So sexy. It made Gary choke. Yeah. You right, mate? God. Whoa.
Gary.
I mean,
Gary's still breathing. He's still
To
breathing.
be fair, if a bloke looked at me like that, I'd probably choke as well.
It's like,
Hello,
sir.
I bet you. Yeah, I bet you're glad it's over. Yeah, doesn't he? Just he's like I say, he's got Richard Armitage / the chap who played Angel.
Look, I've got a type. All right.
Oof, good to know. Good to know. Anyway, who is he? He's the King of Pentacles. Let's have a look.
King of my heart. Okay, so you either get sad Ember or you get goofy Ember. There are no in between phases. I'm one or the other.
That's what I like to hear. So, the King of Pentacles represents material wealth, financial abundance, and worldly success. This king is, so not only is he sexy, he's loaded.
Mm.
This king is a faithful provider. He uses his ambition and confidence to create a wealth for himself and others and generates his self-worth from what he has accumulated and can share with others. He is also a fatherly figure, so he's a sugar daddy as well, who provides others with advice, guidance, and wisdom, especially in financial and work-related matters. When the King of Pentacles appears in a tarot reading, you are confident and successful at attracting and managing wealth. Really? Okay, well, this wasn't for me, then. Not only do you identify opportunities for growth and success, but you also draw upon your self-discipline and control to manage your wealth and invest it wisely for the long term. So maybe that means that spending X dollars on a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles RPG was the right move.
Are you talking about yourself?
Completely not. Obviously
So
not.
you'll
No.
review it for your YouTube channel, and then it'll be wildly popular and successful. It'll take off. You'll get monetized.
Oh, that'll be it.
Yeah, come on now.
Oh yeah, no, but also, who gives a shit? It's Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles RPG.
Everybody out there who's working meaningless jobs that make them feel unsatisfied and turns to YouTube for companionship and comfort. Not talking about myself.
That would explain why nobody comes to my channel then, because they don't want me as comfort. It is a nice card today. We've had a string of meh, haven't we? So that was a nice.
Thank you, Ocelot. Yeah, we were
Lady
stuck in the
Tremaine
shorts.
was good the other day.
Huh?
Lady Tremaine was good the other day. When it was just me and you.
Oh, of course, yes.
I can't remember. I don't remember what she meant, but she was good. The one yesterday, that one was okay for me. Yesterday was the tower.
Yeah.
Oh
so
my
thank
God.
God Amber wasn't there yesterday. Yeah, I was like, oh my God, this is the worst. And Erica was like, yeah, no, that's good actually. I'm like, whoa, okay, fair enough. Yeah, we'll go with.
For me, it was. So like I have my daughter let me borrow these two.
they're
The
cute.
Nightmare Before. So.
Oh, for God's sake.
But yeah.
Sorry, every time I try and put these damn things back, something gets pushed further behind, and it's.
I don't know. I'm kind of taking that Mr. Good-looking, charming King of Pentacles to mean that, you know, the things we're working on, we need to keep working on them because there's something there.
I wholeheartedly agree. Yeah, I think that was certainly what I took from it. My self-deprecation aside.
See, I took from it that I need to get a wealthy.
Yeah, you've got to find a wealthy older man. Yeah.
Was it 100, 200 years ago? You used to find some random wealthy person that would just foot the bill for your creative endeavors.
Yeah, a patron, a patron.
Patron.
Yeah. That's sort of the whole idea behind Patreon, but it's just like a bunch of middle class people being like, "Here, take my $5 a month," and yeah. Hello, are there any rich men out there who would like to be my patron?
I would pay to see your reaction if somebody actually got in contact with you for that.
I mean, I have bots reaching out to me asking me if I want $5,000. Just ask them.
Prince in Nigeria.
No, the Nigerian princes have gone underground. It's just, hi, I'm a sugar daddy and I want to spoil you. What would you do if I was your sugar daddy, princess? But they're not real people, they're bots. Yeah, that's what I get on TikTok. It's fun.
That's awesome.
I'm sorry. I am in 0Fs mode today.
I'm here for it. I am here for it.
I wrote back to one and I was like, "What's a sugar baby?" They explained it to me. Then I reported them.
Okay, so shall we give the small talk a rest and do something relatively creative?
Yes.
Yeah.
What time are we at? So
Yeah, let's do it.
shall we be crazy and do 40? Would that be too crazy?
No, I like it. I need to disassociate and not be in my brain for a while. Ugh.
Gary, Erica, how about you?
I don't know if you cut out or if I cut out, so I did not hear what you said.
Oh, I said, how about we have a go at 40, or would that be too much?
That sounds lovely.
Okay. G. Cool.
I am the only person in the house today. Everyone is at my house, so.
I wondered why I could hear angels singing.
And you choose to spend your blessed free time here with us.
Of course he does.
I stopped stringing Christmas lights outside to come in here.
I saw a fantastic Christmas decoration. Somebody had made a straw, literally a straw man, hung him from the top of his roof and put the ladder sideways with with lights hanging down. That's just
That was 2 or 3 houses down from my house 2 years ago, and they had it animatronically, the legs going back and forth.
Oh my god.
And we drove by and I was like, no, surely no.
No, and don't.
I was really concerned. And then when we came back home, I was like, okay, if that person is still, yeah, when we came, they were still hanging, and I was like, oh, okay. That's funny, kind of.
Yeah.
I wonder if people are filing false police reports. Like, sir, there's a.
I'm sure. I mean, especially when it was dark, because I think the first time I saw it, it was dark out. It was like, what in the hell is going on at the house? Why is no one out there helping them?
Help that poor man!
Never string lights on the roof when you're alone.
Yeah, no.
Yes, because like the ladder, yeah.
Things
I was
can
very
happen.
concerned.
All right, let's get on with it then. So we're 40 minutes. So hopefully, Ocelot, you will approve of the long sprint. You have to let us know how you go. Very good. Yeah, so writers, right. Oh, hey, Kraken. Thanks for joining us. We have literally just pressed the button, so enjoy staring at the top of our heads. But nice to see you as well. And there we go.
There we go, indeed.
I spent most of that searching through Bernard Cornwell books for a quote that I knew was somewhere, and it was in the first book I looked at, but it wasn't where I thought it was. So I put it back on the shelf, looked through half a dozen others, then went back. Oh, okay, yeah, that's.
Oh well.
Not infuriating in any way, shape, or form. How'd everybody find that?
Oh, look, we have a bot.
Yeah, that's right.
Hello, sorry for bothering you. I want to offer promotion of your channel. The price is lower than any competitor.
Get out of here, bot.
It's around 40K dollars. Me wonder.
Go to stream, rise.
Oh, they must have gotten cut off.
Ooh. Way to
Band
go,
hammer,
Dan.
man.
Yeah.
Swing the band hammer. Oh, we have a new friend.
We do. Welcome, Danny.
Danny.
Thanks for joining us.
Yeah.
We're
done,
doing this
sir.
every day throughout November, so you found us just in time.
Just in time to count our tears.
That's the spirit.
I'm in a mood today. Ah!
Pretty sure that Tears of Writers have printed many more novels than the Joy of Writers.
Almost certainly. Yeah.
That's true. All right, Erica, I want to start with you. How many words did you get? 4,000.
No. I have been I mean, so like this it's good. 1431.
That's
I have been
good,
having
by
a
the way.
lot. I've been having like finding the simplest words in my head. Like I sat here for probably 30 seconds trying to find the word jeopardize.
I've
I
been
could
having that
not
lately. It's just there's
Find the
something
word
in the air.
jeopardize in my head.
Yeah.
I don't know what that is, but I have that problem sometimes. And it's the most frustrating thing.
And it's like normally I wouldn't care. But I'm like, dude, every 30 seconds is like I need that 30 seconds.
Well, I don't know.
Totally.
1,500. I think you did fine there.
No, it is. It's good. It's good.
I will say, Erica, now when we sprint, I'm like, can I beat Erica? And it's impossible. I'm like right faster than you could think. And I had to take a potty break. And then I was like, well, it's over now. Like I'm not going to make it. But you've like inspired me to write faster and harder than I have ever written in my life. And I still can't come within grasp. I got 1128. And I'm like,
That's good.
That's amazing. I mean, there is no point me even trying to write something like either of you. You are out of my league. There is 0 point even trying.
I'm gonna get her eventually. I'm gonna and it'll be a fluke. It'll just be an Erica off day. She'll just get stuck on a word she can't find, and I'll just go. No, it's friendly competition. I hope you know that. It's like it inspires me to like forget my inner editor and just like sprint. Go.
Well, and that's what I was telling Dan and Jane yesterday, that like I don't backspace. And so they were asking me what I was doing after we sprinted. I was like, I'm going through and I'm correcting all the misspelled words because I don't correct my words.
Because
So anyway,
I can't do that. If I see a spelling mistake, I cannot leave it. It will drive me to distraction if I try and move past it.
Well, that is the discipline, I think. I heard somebody refer to it as like shoveling sand into the sandbox. So that's sort of the mantra that I get when I start to feel like I need to go back and fix something because I just wrote it weird. I'm like, no, just get the sand in the sandbox, and then you can come back and make your pretty sandcastles later through the editing process. Gary's making faces. Gary, how many words did you get?
230 something. Yeah, no, 241.
Yay!
You're struggling with this particular scene, aren't you?
Yeah.
That's why I'm applauding him. I know he's having a hard time with the scene. Sorry, go Gary, tell us about it. Captain Evie's here. Wants to hear all about it.
Tell me about it, Gary. Is it really hard to write this scene?
I think it's gonna pick up. It'll be a little easier to write in another 200 words.
Yeah.
Right now, going through a lot of exploration of who this other character is. I don't actually know, so I've come up with some details. I also was correcting some stuff from the last session.
Gary, no.
Yeah, I know.
But I don't know. I would not enjoy plowing through like that. I as much as I am in awe of you two for writing that much, I wouldn't enjoy it. It would. I would find it upsetting to leave things like that.
Oh, sorry. I just had a mental image of you writing and just being like, like being physically and emotionally just like so upset. I don't know.
Well, I'm glad my tears bring you joy.
I think
that's what's cool about like all of our writing styles, because like my husband and I have talked about like this book, like all of these. Okay, so what is my total chapters? So without this current chapter that I'm working on, which is right now almost 3,200 words. So hold on, let me go. I have to go to a different spreadsheet. So total words in this series right now is 4,500. Okay, hold on. 459,865. Numbers are hard. But like we have said, right now, like this book series is a glorified outline. So right now, like I am getting the notes from sessions onto the paper, and then I get to go in and put in like all the pretty details.
You're shoveling sand onto the beach.
Yeah, and like I'm really looking forward to being able to go in and put in all the details. And so like right now is my, oh my God, just get this shit on the paper right now so that I can go in and do the fun stuff.
Yeah,
it's messy.
The rewrite to me is my favorite part. I love the editing part. I mean, I will.
Go ahead. Sorry.
No, I was like, I will actively put stuff into my first draft specifically so that I can cut it out.
So that's the point of the shoveling, though, and the thing that you would find upsetting is that then all of that crap is there for you to just kind of like sift through and make pretty, and then you might also find things that were pretty on the first pass. Like sometimes I find something that I wrote first draft and I'm like, oh, that's actually really lovely, because I just let go of like all that other stuff that would make me upset, and I just went into the flow state, as they call it, you know. Ocelot has a good question.
Oh, does she?
She does.
I'm trying to figure out how, like,
Yeah,
don't know.
I'm
Okay.
I'm exactly the same.
How do you focus on a single task and get that completed before going back to edit it with detail? I don't seem to have that tool in my toolbox. I'm a writer that runs around the conveyor belt and likes to do a bit of everything at once.
I have several separate projects on the go at any one time. I've got a short story, I've got an essay, I've got a chapter for a book. Yeah, I will often write. I mean, that's part of why I'm so slow, because I will write a few words on one, then change over to another one, write a few words on that, then change back. All right, because brain
I
no
totally-
worky straight liney.
Yeah, I do that with my workflow sometimes, but I've had to just learn how to stop that. And I don't know, Erica, it's
For me, for this project specifically, some of it is I live in a part of the United States where we have a lot of tornadoes, and I am terrified that a tornado is going to take my notes. And so if I at least have the base of it typed out and in the Google Drive, then it's somewhere. Now, I've also started scanning in all of my notes, but
I was going to say that's the quicker and easier. Just
no, I have, but like I started this project in October of 2020, and I'm a completionist, and so I have these other book ideas that I want to do, and I just like I can't. I have them jotted down, but I can't even like begin to put anything into them. For this one is off of my plate. Now I will jump around within these 6 or 7 books, whatever it's going to be, depending on what I'm feeling like writing. But like I can't. I struggle to jump around project to project, and that's just the way that my neurospicy, unique brand of neurospiciness works. I mean,
you never know.
no, but the sense of urgency, I think, is what you're getting at there. And so
yeah, like if we have a tornado warning, my D&D notebook is the thing that I take down to the basement first, like before my scrapbooks. In which I feel is a little bit backwards, and it's something that's really important to me. So
it's your life's work. It's your magnum opus. I understand. I've got everything on Dropbox.
Because
God help me if Dropbox goes down.
I tend to do my thing of flipping from one to another until I'm suddenly in the zone on one of them, and then that one will get finished whilst the others just kind of hang around in stasis. And then I'll go back to my just plodding around in all of them until I get into the zone with another one. And of course, by then, other stories have joined the conveyor belt. But yeah, I find it very difficult to focus on a single project at the same time, simply because I've got so many things gnawing me. Go on, write me. No, not him. Me. Write me. Come on, write me. Meh. And so then okay, fine. I do. Okay, I'm writing you now. And then all of us go, no, not him. Me. Write me. Come on. And it's like, well, you just shut up. The voices
you have
are
Cartman
real.
living in your brain.
Yeah. Screw you guys. I'm going home.
I gotta say that, like, completing NaNoWriMo for the first time in 2015 and finishing the first iteration of my book, like the first real draft that got drafted, taught me to stop doing that. So that's like why I push NaNoWriMo to newbies, because I'm like, then you learn the discipline, and then you learn how to sort of like hack into the hyper focus rather than waiting for the muse to come or waiting for the feeling to be right. Or 'cause I used to be like that. I used to like not be able to sit down and do the thing, and then it's just like, well, I got to do it because I got to get to 50,000 because I told people on the internet that I was going to do it. You want the
Well,
shirt?
you bought the shirt.
You want the shirt. You don't want to be a fraud with the shirt.
I mean, I'm completely,
But I think it is something that
I'm
you can
obviously a
teach
Power
yourself.
Ranger completely.
You are a
I'm all
Power
for it.
Ranger.
Yeah, I mean, I think I would be more concerned about it if it hadn't already worked for me. You know, if I was earlier on in my journey going, is this working? I don't know. I'd be a bit more, you know, sphincter clenched than I am, because, you know,
About that, I'm confused. Like,
well,
you
as
would be
in,
more.
no, because obviously a big part of everybody's writing journey is, well, am I doing quote unquote good enough? You know, am I writing enough words? Will anybody want to read what I'm writing? You know, what just, is this going to be kind of worth the time and effort I'm putting in, or should I be doing something different? And, you know, I know if you haven't been through that phase, then frankly, you really should go through it, because if you believe that your writing is amazing first time, it really isn't.
Sorry, not sorry.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, it's true.
So, and yeah, the conventional wisdom is much like you were saying, you know, get some discipline, write what you're writing, and then move on to the next one. Whereas I don't think I'd enjoy that. And now that at least my method has produced a book and a dozen plus stories and stuff, at least now I can go, yeah, it isn't as efficient as anybody else's, but it gets me where I need it to be. So,
I mean, that's true. You are published. I am not. So.
Yeah, but which of us has how much writing on the back burner there? I mean, you're not published because you haven't put it out there yet.
I'm not ready to put this out there yet. It's rewrites.
Yeah,
Well, and it's a yet.
Yeah, exactly.
Mm-hmm.
And that's another part of the journey that we've kind of got to overcome.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well, and you know, I've even thought of, even if I never put my stuff out there, like, I've enjoyed the hell out of writing it.
Mm-hmm.
And like, even if it's just like ever for our little D&D group to be able to read through and like be just this 5.5 year you know, retelling of our Kraken, of this, you know, epic 5.5 year journey that we had. Like, I think that's really freaking cool. And so, yeah, I think that's what I love about talking to writers, is just seeing what their processes are. I just think that that's awesome.
Yeah.
And how we do things.
And every process is as unique as the writer. And you're quiet.
What's your process, Gary?
Yeah.
That's what I was just thinking.
A lot of my writing comes from, like, yours comes from D&D. Most of my writing comes from dreams.
Whoa.
Analyze that.
Well, so I got to interject just for a second, and then I want to hear more about that. Our D&D campaign, our DM said that he had the dream of like how our campaign ended, and that's how our whole thing got started. Was he had a dream about the very last session.
That's optimistic
So anyway,
of any DM to assume that their players aren't going to completely cock up any plans they have.
Seriously. I take great joy in messing up my DM's plans.
Too right.
She gets her brow all furrowed. She's like, "You guys weren't supposed to do that."
Gary, sorry, dreams.
That's half the
Yes,
fun.
dreams.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yes, dreams.
No, I mean, most of the stories aren't verbatim one dream, although some have been pretty close. I've cobbled together aspects of different dreams. The main novel I'm working on right now is an archaeological one. And that one started from a dream of a single moment, which I haven't even written yet.
You're close to it, though, aren't you?
Getting very close to it, yes. But it was sparked by this moment of this character floating in a void, surrounded by glowing ribbons of light, which actually ends up being all of time and space, kind of like string theory, kind of surrounding.
Wild. I love it. And I'm sorry I started to giggle, but I remembered that Stephanie Meyer was inspired to write Twilight because she had a dream.
Well, I genuinely don't know why that's funny, because I all I know is that Twilight has
made a lot of money.
Like teenage
It did,
vampire.
but I think the scene in the meadow where Edward says that really
Sparkles.
cringy line about like, and then the lion fell in love with the lamb. Like, I think that was her dream. She's like, I dreamt about a boy and a girl.
That's
Yeah.
a lyric from a song, isn't it?
I don't know.
Valley.
I mean, I just
I
know
know I wrote a story with that title, "Peace in the Valley."
So the lion fell in love with the lamb.
Oh, the lion shall lay down with the lamb, I think is the lyric. Sorry, not from
That's like a Bible verse, though, isn't it?
Yeah, that's biblical.
Yeah. So, and she's really spiritual. So I think that was her, like, her. I don't know if she dreamed that line specifically, but like,
I want to know if she.
There's validity to making your dreams into. Because I mean, it's relatable in a sweet, like, strange way to be in, like, you know, that liminal space and like have these odd experiences. I think that's why we like to tell each other our dreams. You know, it's like sometimes they're really neat. And the one you had, like, that sounds mystical and neat. Not like teenage vampires.
No. Another of my stories came from a dream of me being trapped in a book and someone putting me on the shelf and watching the other books close up.
Whoa.
And the story he wrote as a result of that is legitimately probably the best thing you've ever written so far.
Oh,
I'm with Ocelot. Gary does have very dramatic dreams.
I try to have a notebook nearby for when I wake up, because I have fairly vivid dreams, not all the time, but I've got a list of story ideas in my phone or in notebooks.
That's awesome.
The bad guys from the book one actually came from a magazine cover that I didn't see quite right.
That's awesome.
It was just kind of out of the corner of my eye. I was like, that looks like someone who had their entire face hollowed out. And so I have a little girl with her face hollowed out, and she's running around.
Yeah.
I can't wait to read your stuff, Gary.
You really,
This is gonna be awesome.
yeah. Well, you're members of the writing group now.
No going back.
I'm
But,
into it.
No,
And
I
it's like, and now I have your phone number for when I have nightmares and
You're
from
Gary
your
with this
writing.
in the lockbox.
Yeah, no, I'm usually able, not always, but often able to control the dreams.
How? I'm sorry.
Lucid
What?
dreaming.
Lucid
How?
dreaming.
Huh?
I don't fully go lucid, but I would like to learn that skill to do it more often.
It's happened to me on rare occasion, and I'm always just like, again, it's the coolest thing. Oh, Ocelot's a lucid dreamer.
I didn't realize this was a thing.
You're a therapist. Come on
Yeah.
now.
I
Should
talk
like
about
know.
dreams. I don't talk about controlling them. I didn't.
I'm kidding.
I think it's not a woo-woo thing, but more on the woo-woo spectrum.
Is it?
I think. Maybe not. I don't know.
Your brainwave pattern hops up into a certain space, and you are able to become semi-conscious while you're still in the dream state. People have looked at it. There's like a certain percentage of humans who can like actually just do it. It's just, yeah. I don't have the research to back this up right this second, but I know I've looked into it. And some people just, it's kind of like how some people get the zaps and wake themselves up. But yeah, you get that little like lightning jolt when you're in.
Whereas I get I can't wake up because I'm in a dream and
Side
yeah.
effect. Yep.
Sleep paralysis.
My niece has like night terrors and sleep paralysis.
See, my problem is my long-suffering wife will frequently get woken up to me screaming to various things. I once started a story based on something that I woke myself up shouting. So the first line of the story was, "I'm going to rip your fucking face off, you piece of shit." So it sounds like I was having a great time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My husband once was having a nightmare, and so I reached over to gently shake him awake, and he grabbed my arm with both hands and bit down on it. And I yelled at him, and he said, "Sorry, zombie was attacking my mom."
Oh my god.
Yep.
Yeah.
So when he's having nightmares now, I don't wake him up. I poke him with my foot.
Yeah. Well,
hands-off approach now.
Yes.
I'm from a military family, and there are some relatives who, if they're asleep on the settee, you don't wake them up. You throw something at them from the door and then leg it.
Yeah. No. Because I had a bruise for a while on my arm. But then my daughter had a nightmare about, like, you know how in The Little Mermaid, how Ursula gets really, really huge? Well, Ariel got really, really huge. Ariel got big. And she was so scared. And I said, "Well, who could come into your dream and help you out?" And she said, "The Ninja Turtles." I said, "All right, bring the Ninja Turtles in." And so the next time she had the dream, she said, "Mommy," she was like little, "Mommy, the Ninja Turtles came in and they helped me." And I was like, "Well, what did they do?" Ariel was hungry.
Oh.
So they brought Ariel some food, and she wasn't giant anymore.
Oh.
So here's an example of a dream that I jotted down. Dream that I stayed in a hotel that created a haunted house experience for their guests. But I was so wrapped up in meetings for work that I missed 2 different attempts from the staff to start the haunting. It later devolved into a war inside the walls of humans against bug creatures that were taking over human bodies.
Oh my gosh, Gary.
See, Hollywood's out of ideas, and Gary's just movie pitching in his sleep.
Right?
Like, that's genius. I actually use dreams in my story a little bit for foreshadowing and to show more about like the character's perspective. And I don't know if that's going to work out because it feels a little bit like done to death, but I don't know. I like dream psychology. I'm really into like that whole thing, whatever this means.
Mhm.
Goodbye,
It means
Anne.
whatever you want it to mean.
Ooh.
Here's some interesting notes that I'm not sure when I wrote them.
Oh my god, yes.
It's a series. It's a list. Item number 1: escape velocity for human body. Item number 2: terminal velocity for human body. Number 3: time to reach space. Time until suffocation. Max stress or force that human body can withstand. I don't remember writing that, but it's in my phone.
Gary, I'm gonna need you to talk more in future streams because this is delightful.
When we get this has been the thing we've always Jane and I have always had with Gary's. Once he's out of his shell, he's the life and soul of the party. Getting him out of his shell is like
Yes.
getting the
Ocelot.
hammer.
Yes.
A lot. Gary's notes. I would read that blog every day. Just whatever it, even if it was 3 words, like face melting aliens. Like I don't care. I just want Gary's dreams. That's too good.
So how do you just to try and get us back onto the writing side, how do you transform those dreams into a, because who was it? Oh, it was the BFG, wasn't it? Who dreams aren't like stories, they're more like pictures in books. And that's always been kind of, yeah, I kind of agree with that. And so how do you transform those pictures into a narrative? I mean, so that haunted hotel that turns into a bog war, they're 2 very striking visuals, but not necessarily a storyline going through it. How do you go about creating the narrative for those images?
Sometimes it's the setup for a story. It's like, okay, we'll let this run. Sometimes it's the midpoint, and I have to kind of backtrack because how did we get to this point? Sometimes it's the end, or the climax of the story, and I have to figure out how to plot my way to that. But often I'm inspired by pictures as well for some of the stories I write. So it's similar, where it's like, okay, that's a cool image. How do I make that into a plot point? And
I weirdly totally understand what you're saying. I like have visualizations in my head when I hear music.
Mm-hmm.
So then I want that to be like a scene in the story. So you take that picture, that snapshot, and then you're like, okay, what does it mean? What is the purpose of the snapshot? What is the backstory? Where does it take? No, I'm right here with you.
Who are the people that need to experience this? And the cave story that I wrote, with the zombies and the all that. I think if I recall correctly, the dream behind that one was the glowing amulet.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So we got amulets that reanimate the dead. So
yeah.
And the main character's 6-year-old brother finds one and puts it on.
It ends as you imagine it would end. It's awesome. It is so good. So that's your other best piece of writing. It comes down to a type of nose.
Gary hasn't you haven't released any of this for public consumption.
Not yet.
They are intriguing.
We're trying to edit them so we can do the anthology. So that they can be publicly released.
Yeah, that's the plan, isn't it? It's just getting it to printable quality, and because I think most of them are still first draft, aren't they? The ones that we've got. I wrote a story about fighting a giant snake in a church. I think that's still only on first draft, but
the library is second draft.
Is the library second draft? Oh, of course it is.
Sounds like beta readers. Huh?
Not wrong. Not wrong.
Ocelot.
Yeah, oh yeah, we were gonna use today is Saturday, isn't it?
Oh, whoops.
We were gonna do reading Saturdays, weren't we?
I think we can do that after November. We needed a writing session today.
Yeah, absolutely.
We did. I was gone all day yesterday. I wrote in the car. I hated it.
Yeah, I wouldn't even attempt that. That would make me want to vomit. Ugh.
We were on the straightaway, so I was just kind of on my phone.
I can do like exactly what you guys are talking about with pictures with a prompt. Like I have a whole Pinterest board of writing prompts, and I can see I can have a couple of sentences of a writing prompt and a whole story will just pop up in my head. And it's, but I would never have thought of that story without seeing that prompt. And so I try not to look at prompts until I'm ready to do something with them, because I don't have the creative mental energy while I'm trying to do this right now.
There is a fantastic web online magazine called the First Line Literary Journal. Basically, what they do is they put out, I think it's 3 times a year, a sentence, and they invite people to submit stories, but every story must begin with that first sentence. And it's a paid market. If they accept your story, they'll pay you, and I think it's a professional rate, as I recall.
I was going to look into doing more of that to help supplement my self-employed income.
I did that for a while. I don't know what's happened, but the short story market has really dried up. There was a time a few years ago where if I wrote a short story, I could be fairly confident that it was going to get picked up. I don't know what's happened recently. I don't think I've suffered that much in quality, but it's just finding people to buy short stories has just become so difficult lately. I don't know what's going on, and I'm not the only person who said that. A few professional colleagues have said the same.
That's how I wrote. I would say I was just on there. I should have looked how many. I would say 98%, maybe about 95% of the fan fiction that I wrote were like challenges. So either they were, in December, my fandom did, it was a word a day. So I just was looking, the year that I started, December 1st was achievement. And so the first, the chapter had to use the word achievement, and you could write a standalone or a multi-fiction or a multi-chapter. And, I never, ever went into any of the challenges knowing what the hell I was going to write, and somehow ended up with this story. And the first one I wrote was, I think it was 62,000 words.
Oh, is that all?
That's huge.
And it started with this, I think the prompt I found was something to the effect of, I've been having dreams about this person. I go on vacation, they turn around and I say, "Oh, it's you." and it's the person that they'd been having these dreams about. And 62,000 words later, like that, it was the start of this soulmate series that my friend and I went back and forth writing about. Like it was, but like I love prompts and writing challenges like that. So that's a really cool resource.
We should look into that as a group after NaNoWriMo, because that would be fun to do. Like, I did one challenge a while ago and I won, and I was really excited about it, but it wasn't like, it didn't have like a monetary prize. It's just like a, you know, you did it. It was cool. All right, I'm ready, got a Steam.
Well, that was one of our longer videos. Might even have been the longest one we've done this month.
Go team.
Any parting thoughts, comments, questions, answers?
Keep a notebook by your bed. You never know what's going to happen.
I keep my my Alpha Smart Neo next to the bed, which, you know, I think I've shown you that. The only problem is it doesn't have a backlight or anything like that, so you've got to type completely in the dark. I can touch type, but every now and again I wake up and it turns out I've touch typed with my hands as a key.
Oh no!
Yeah, so I've got to. So they are perfectly spelled out, but I've got to rewrite.
That's funny.
Whoopsie.
Yeah. Cool. Well, on that note then, thanks everybody for joining us. I believe tomorrow we might have a special guest talking about narrating audiobooks. Gary has been interested in that. Jane obviously does that, but I believe this individual has been doing it for quite a period of time. So yeah, tune in if you want to learn more about narrating audiobooks.
Exciting.
Other than that, RPG Therapist YouTube, robotsandmagic.com
Don't go to the website. Follow me on Twitch and TikTok and Instagram. Don't go to the website.
Okay. Erica Walker Therapy, Loud G Productions, and obviously here at the International Writers Fellowship every day at 9 p.m. British, 4 p.m. Eastern, 1 p.m. Pacific. Be here or be somewhere else. See you tomorrow, guys. Thanks a lot.
Bye.